All right, legends, how is everybody doing? Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, and we are going to be we'll be doing some technical analysis on the price of Bitcoin. Yesterday, we had a little bit of a pump and a dump. A pump and a dump. We are in a very confusing range right over here. We do not know if the price is going to finally break here to the downside successfully, go to $55,000, $54,000, or will we manage to hit $62,000, $63,000 in the next coming days? So we need to talk about some important levels, important zones that we do have inside of this range, and that is what we are going to talk about, guys. Different scenarios, different bullish case scenarios, different bearish case scenarios, but mainly focusing inside of this area, right? Not going to zoom out and say Bitcoin should be hitting all-time high, in the next coming months, or we should be, breaking out from this massive big pattern right over there. So, let's all remain patient. And no, we're actually going to talk about the different possibilities here locally, right? What are the most important levels? What are the different scenarios where we could actually see a sign of strength and get movement to the upside, or actually massive bearishness, continue to the downside? Where could we get a bounce? Okay, all of those, levels and pure technical analysis on this live stream. So if I lose my voice today again, it's not going to be looking good. Make sure to destroy the like button, guys, on your way in. We can see we have already 20 likes. Absolutely awesome. We are keeping this educational. As always, there is going to be a lot of content in this live stream. I'm going to do a marathon of a live stream. I'll be talking about Bitcoin, liquidity, the dollar index, a lot of important news that is going on, guys. There's a lot of news and different charts that I want to talk about. Of course, ETF, the fear and greed index, so many different things. We do have the Fomc minutes today at 10 o'clock p.m. That is Dubai time. And, just want to be cautious to see what could happen here. There could be a little bit of volatility. So there is a lot that I want to talk about, guys, and I'm going to keep this live stream nice and long because I want to go through the comment section as well and take a look at some altcoins during the live stream as well. Okay, 𝗬𝗬𝗍𝗫, my man, 𝗖𝗿𝗆, Mariella, I got my moderators here giving power. Thanks for joining the stream. Let's go right away. Let me know if you can hear that drum and bass in the background. If it's too loud, if it's not loud enough, we can turn it up. But overall, let's take a look here and say hello at the community. First person to the chat says Sam Mustafa. Hello, my man Mustafa. I hope you're doing good. Mariella, 𝗖𝗿𝗆, 𝗬𝗍𝗫, thanks for joining. Axel, good morning. Frank, I can see you. Thanks for joining the stream. Game Pro, hi Andy. Hope your trades are going well. Well, the last 2 days, it was a big fat nothing for me. No longs, no shorts, no anything here. I was actually looking for a possible long. This was mentioned on the previous live stream. We cannot talk good stuff every day, guys. I was really looking at a possibility of forming a higher low after breaking this level, right? Confirming a little bit of bullish market structure. But the price action dropped very aggressively, losing those lows that we were very much aware of. If you lose the $60,200 range, we could drop off very aggressively. And there is one main simple reason why, right? I mean, I'm not a fan of jumping into a short position like you're kind of FOMOing the pump. I like to be in that trade already, okay? Either from lower levels from a pump or from higher from a major drop. I don't like FOMOing into a drop, but very much recognizing that, hey guys, if we do lose this level of support, right, where we first had the major pump, small consolidation, we can move as fast or even faster to the downside. We lose the $60,200 range, I'm definitely not interested in long positions. And jumping into a short position, well, all depending on how aggressive you are and how you can manage risk with your stop loss, jump into a short as a breakout trader, right? It was kind of a head and shoulder structure. Without a doubt, you could speculate and jumping into that short, managing risk very, very well. So we're very much aware if we do lose that level, guys, we're going to drop very aggressively because of this candlestick. We're not leaving any support whatsoever, and we just sliced through that level last night. I want to talk about a major dodgy pattern, right? It's very, very dodgy. But it was this was a 3 peaks and a domed house. We got a domed house right over here, coming back down to the basement levels. And you might think, what the heck is this dude talking about? 3 peaks and the domed house. This is kind of like a classic, you know, old school pattern right over here, where you have a, you know, a 3 peaks consolidation, you're running up here and you form a domed house right there, which is basically kind of a head and shoulder structure. And then you get an aggressive move back down, right? 3 peaks and a domed house. You're like, what the heck is this? What are you on about? Well, it does, you know, when you do take a look at the price action, as you can see, right, it does look like you formed that 3 peak formation and that domed house right over here, getting that aggressive drop. So that's basically what happened during the last few days. We formed 3 peaks and a domed house right over here, getting that aggressive drop to the downside, right? Which is very interesting to see. You might think, guys, chill. You might think, what is this dude talking about? Chill, guys. This is just something that, you know, I was checking it out here, looking at this price action, kind of a head and shoulder structure, getting a very aggressive drop down. Now, we're going to talk about different scenarios, of course, guys, today. Let's keep it chilled. Let's get some people on the stream. Let's get the people to destroy that like button on your way in or on your way out. Let's go. Take a look at the comment section. I like to take a look at the comment section first of all, guys, because technical analysis is a pain in the ass, okay? It is a pain in the ass. Every day is day one. No matter how much knowledge you have, I've studied all different types of indicators, patterns, and try and come to the conclusion and find higher probability movements. Elliott wave theory, volume profile, delta, CVD, different patterns, harmonics. We can combine all sorts of different things here because I've gone through all of them, right? So that is what we're going to talk about today. We're just going to have a different combination of stuff on what would be the bullish case scenario, all right? And what would be the bearish case scenario, combining all sorts of different things to see what would be you know, the highest confluence zones and the highest probability areas, right? So you are here to learn, thinking, oh, I actually don't use this tool. I actually don't use this pattern. Oh, it's very interesting. Well, it's something that you absorb, something that you learn, and you apply it to your technical analysis and your trading strategies, right? Every single day, right? This is why you're here. We do educational content and we try and explain the different technical analysis scenarios. Is 1 hour a bearish flag? Yeah, this is what we have right now, okay? You could arguably discuss that this is a kind of a bearish flag pennant, right? Very much possible. Very much possible. There is the bullish case scenario as well, okay? But yeah, without a doubt, this could definitely be a kind of a bearish flag, ascending wedge. It could be the 4th wave, even though I'm not a huge fan because the 4th wave is extremely overextended, okay? It is a little bit overextended, but it definitely could be the case, right? Where we had the peak yesterday, right? Just keeping it simple on the 30-minute time frame. Could this be 1, 2, 3? This is the 4th wave. We formed beautiful zigzag, right? ABC. And now the price is just going to push down to claim those lows. I would expect that most of the people do believe that this is going to be the scenario, right? With a big strong 5th wave or a very small one forming a double bottom, right? There's so many different scenarios. This is why we need to come to the conclusion on, hey, if we move down, this will be a 5th wave. When you create a 5th wave, you are going to bounce at certain levels. And this is what we are going to look for, right? Where could we get the reaction? How can we trade that reaction? Where could we put our stop loss? Where could we enter? How do we realize it's a sign of strength or, you know, and we see proof of support, right? All of this needs to be explained, right? Because a lot of people come to the charts and say, charts don't matter. Charts are nothing. Yes, depending on how the price action moves, right? We could have, you know, higher probability, different scenarios. The charts change by the second, right? By the minute. So then there's the bullish case scenario, right? Then there is the bullish case scenario, right? Where I think most of the people do believe that this is bearish market structure and we are going to get the leg down. But what if I told you that this move right over here is a corrective structure? This right over here is an ABC move down. We are forming higher lows. We are building up uptrend momentum with higher lows here. Okay, what if I told you this has been a corrective structure and we do have a bump and run scenario here where we already got a rejection today. We do have a bump and run, guys. Anybody that is not aware of a bump and run, it's basically a reversal pattern. What if I told you that, yeah, maybe we could be forming a bump and run pattern right over here, right? Where you have the bump phase, you got that nice little downtrend with lower highs. Then you have the bump phase that happened yesterday, a major drop, sideways momentum. And then we're looking for the breakout. We already got rejected from that resistance trend line. I was looking for a short at 60K, but we front run my levels. You know, this was mentioned in the Legends trading community. We front runned a major confluence zone. I'll explain that right away in just 1 second. Why was this 60K zone a good level of resistance to speculate on a short? Let's just throw out the tools and the indicators out there just to make you understand that, hey, this was actually a very acceptable, aggressive short zone. All right. Why, you may ask? Well, let's start off with Fibonacci retracement. Fibonacci retracement from the first, high right there from yesterday to the low of today. You had the 50% Fibonacci. It front run that level. Okay. We got a front run. We didn't even hit that resistance. Okay. Of 50% Fibonacci. We also front run really the lower high resistance trend line. We didn't quite tap it. When you do get a magnet and you do get the ray here on Tradingview and you analyze this over here, we kind of slightly front runned that. Oh, well, yeah, actually on the 30-minute time frame, we tapped it to perfection. Sorry, my bad. I think I was looking at the lower time frame that we didn't actually hit that level. But yeah, by the looks of things, we did. Hang on a second. Yeah, no, on the 15-minute, we didn't. Let me just get the magnet here. This one, yeah, I was looking at lower time frames, slightly front run from that level, as you can see, right? Lower high resistance. The main reason why this was an acceptable scalp aggressive short position was, which was front run, guys. I didn't get into the short. It was a quick short scalp that was mentioned in the Legends community. It did not happen. We got 50% Fibonacci. We had the 618 Fibonacci from this lower high. Okay, the second lower high right over here. We love Fibonacci retracements. They're great. You had 618 slightly above the 50%, right? Round about that zone, 60K zone was the zone for me to look for that possible short. And what else do we have here regarding Fibonacci retracements? We had the ascending channel here from higher lows. We are trending up today, guys. We like it or not, even though if it's a bear flag or whatever. We are ascending today. We are in a small little uptrend. Okay, it usually is bearish coming from a downtrend, right? An ascending channel, you usually break down. But we do have bullish case scenarios, right? I look at bearish cases. Right, this is why I was interested in this short zone right over here, because it would have been the top of this ascending channel. You got the support, you got the resistance. Without a doubt, I was looking at this zone. You had 50% Fibonacci. You had 618 Fibonacci from this pivot. You got the top of the channel. You do have the lower high resistance from the bump and run. It's like, this is a rejection point. And we only hit $59,940 approximately here on Bybit, and we just got the pullback. So, yeah, that was front run. It happens. But we also have a bullish case, right? That was the bearish case here locally. If we were to see this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as a 1, 2, 3, 4, it made total sense to speculate on a short position right at this zone. Why? Because if we are speculating that this is a fourth wave after this big impulsive move down in the third wave, then we are looking at a 3-wave structure, which happened today. You got 1, you got 2, A, B, and you got C right there. Okay, getting above the A wave. You do not really want to overlap much above the 50% Fibonacci from the wave 2 to the wave 3, right? So you're hitting 50%, 618. You really don't want to overlap this zone. That is kind of the limit zone here for a wave 4. So it made sense. If you're bearish, this is kind of your chance area, right? This is your chance. It front run the level. I wanted a slightly higher. And, you know, I was just looking at stop loss above the ascending channel, right? Give or take. Stop loss round about this area. Pretty aggressive. Short trade, but speculating for a possible swing trade. Scalp trade, but turning into a swing trade, right? So overall, it did make sense. Did not manage to get into that short. It front runned. So it doesn't matter. We look at different scenarios, right? Where could we bounce? If I missed a short right over here, I need to analyze where could we bounce if we do form a bullish case scenario. Well, it's bouncing at the $59,100 to $59,000 range. Why, you may ask? Because if this is not a bullish case scenario, a bearish case scenario, right? If this is not bearish in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if this is not bearish, then what would be the bullish case scenario, right? You always need to think, you know, as a trader, guys, we can never be extremely bullish or extremely bearish. That is what is going to, you know, yesterday I was mainly focused on the bullish case, right? I did have a bearish case scenario yesterday. I would have, you know, if we would have got a leg up here to slightly higher levels, I would have considered a short. But analyzing the situation yesterday, it actually created a back test from a failed auction. You got this wick high right over here, which actually provided the resistance. It was a back test from this wick high. Failed auction, back test, movement down. So you were forming bearish CVD divergence. We were getting lower highs on the price action, and we were getting higher highs on the CVD, right, in the blue. So yeah, I mean, you could obviously, if you manage your risk very well, stop loss at the, you know, basically at the local highs. You wouldn't go too crazy here with a stop loss. No stop loss here, because if you break through, then obviously you're just going to get wicked out, right? So if you're speculating on a lower high, stop loss, you know, should be around about the invalidation points from the CVD, which is basically these highs, right? Give or take a bit of room. But overall, you've got a possible good projection if you start breaking down the lows. Yeah, I was, you know, didn't look at that scenario, okay? Was mainly focused on the possibility of the breakout of the structure here, looking at the possibility of a higher low and breaking up. So, you know, we need to talk about that, guys. Obviously, you know, I mainly talk about the good stuff that happens because, you know, sometimes good analysis, you know, most of the times there is good analysis and good projections on the channel. But yesterday, it was not, guys. Yesterday, we need to come out here, guys, stay humble. Hey, I was looking for a higher low here. Completely, you know, this was not the case. We just sliced through, okay? I did not jump into the long position. I wanted a bit of consolidation. We moved down relatively fast. So this is why remaining a little bit patient, not too patient because sometimes you can miss the move. But yeah, basically the analysis on yesterday's stream was not the correct analysis. Okay, this is why not the best, far from it, guys. But we try and come to the conclusion of, you know, what is the bullish case? What is the bearish case, right? So we're just going through the bearish case scenario right now. And like I said, we're not zooming out. We are not taking a look at this big fat mess, okay? Because this is just a big fat mess. Right now, for me, it is, I would say that I think there's a slightly higher probability that we take $63,000 before coming down and breaking down here successfully. I mean, I would still be interested in long positions at this zone or at this zone. I really believe that this $63,000 area needs to be taken. But I mean, that's higher time frame, right? That's like, I think, you know, my bias is thinking that we're going to take the highs. It should not impact my trading decisions, right, on lower time frame. You know, we're focusing on lower time frame, guys, for day trading, scalping setups. So this is why we're here, right? Keep it interesting, keep it nice. So brain freeze. We're talking about bearish case. Yes, what if this is not the bearish case, right? Which definitely has a little bit of priority at the moment, right? Looking at elite wave theory, you might think, okay, this is what's happening, right? And we're just going to push down to claim today's lows, yesterday's lows, below 58,500 and potentially break down to lower levels to sweep up that low right over here from Monday, right? Sitting around about 57,800. Can that be the case? Can we break down very, very, very successfully here? If the price action takes this high and breaks out the resistance, I think this is going to be very bullish. If we break through from this level, I would expect this lower high to be taken, and also the highs here from yesterday, because this will no longer look very bearish, right? You'll be overlapping too much. And yeah, basically for a wave 4, unless this is going to be an A, B, C, D, E, right? And then you're breaking down, which I got to say it is also possible. The fourth wave will be extremely overextended compared to the second wave, which lowers the probability. Fourth waves being double or triple the timing of the second wave. Yes, it is acceptable, but not 10 times longer, right? It's just this was getting a little bit overextended right now. So there is that bearish case scenario where you could be forming A, B, C, D, E, right? I'm not going to deny that that could be a fake out, and then the price is pushing down in that fifth wave, creating a failed auction from this high. So we could consider an aggressive short position at that level as we take the highs that we formed today. I think it's an acceptable short trade. Of course, you'll be breaking lower high resistance. You could be getting a lot of steam here when you create a bump and run scenario. When if the price goes, right? The price goes very strongly, and you don't really want to fight the trend. So, but you can manage risk very, very well. If you create a failed auction from that high, yes, it could be an A, B, C, D, E, okay? Very, very much a possibility. I would lean on the side that, you know, we're going to break through and it's going to be pumpy action. So if the bearish case doesn't play out, right? So the levels to short really is try and short at the highest point, right? Kind of A, B, C. You want to try and short here because you believe that you're going to go to lower levels, or you are going to create an E wave right there. A, B, C, D, E, boom, back down in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, let's talk bullish. Let's talk bullish, because in the Legends trading community, we talked about what if we are creating a double 1, 2 setup here, right? 1, 2, and 1, 2 right over here in a third wave, which we are going to explode out now in the next coming hours. And all of this, of course, is a wave 3, right? All of this is basically a wave 3. Okay? And we are just forming the first stages. We only form the first wave inside of the wave 3. Definitely a possibility. You got a double 1, 2 right there, and you're going to start sweeping the highs from yesterday. I like this scenario. This is why I am in a long position from those levels down here with the Legends trading community, because we understand that it could definitely be a scenario. We have tight invalidation points. It's a swing long projection, and it could definitely happen if the bearish case doesn't play out. So when we are talking bullish and bearish scenarios, you need to think, where is the best level to enter a short if the bearish case scenario plays out? In this case, the best scenario, the best level to get into a short position is this zone right over here. Okay? The best bullish case scenario is you do not want to get below this low over here. If you are speculating in a 1, 2, 1, 2, you are building up the third wave here. You do not want to overlap this low over here. If you overlap that low, then obviously, yeah, there's no bullish count. You're likely just going to break down and claim that low. Okay? So you do have invalidation levels. In this case, the invalidation here is sitting, if you entered a long trade, is sitting beneath this low. If this plays out, it's going to absolutely pop and you're going to go to much higher levels. So if the bearish case scenario, right, this is the bullish case scenario, and this is the bearish case scenario, right? Give or take a bit of room here for stop loss. You don't really have a good level. But the bearish case scenario would be coming at least to claim these lows and give or take a bit of room. You're likely going to wick down, okay, get an aggressive move down. So this is what you're looking at when we are trading, right? When we're trading the charts and the waves, you can not only stick to one side saying this is bearish, we're going to go to much lower levels, this is insane, you know. You need to have your entry point. This entry point is purely based on Elliott wave theory, to be honest. If this were to be the wave 4, you form 3 waves to the upside. You don't want to get too, you don't want to have massive waves here. You don't want to create multiple waves up. So that is the bearish case scenario. Why? Because you're hitting the 50% zone from the wave 2 to the wave 3. That is your zone where the price should reject if the bearish case is going to play out. Then you think, okay, if I enter a short position here, which I didn't, I missed out on that short. What would be the bullish case? Where would I want to hedge for that long position? Well, then obviously here, you are speculating on this being an ABC and this over here being a double 1, 2. Right over here, and there's 1, 2, and you're going to build up the third wave. You're going to explode out now in the next coming hours. You don't know if this is going to play out. The bears still are very much in control on slightly higher time frames. Today, the bulls are in control, right? So it's going to be a little bit of a battle, right? It's always a battle in between bulls and bears. The momentum today is bullish. We are in an ascending channel. We're creating higher lows and higher highs. However, zooming out from yesterday's price action, we are in a downtrend. So now it's the time for, are the bears going to win the battle and break down from yesterday's lows? Or will the bulls manage to create 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 breakout from this bump and run and explode inside of this third wave? I do not know. I do not know. I do not know who's going to win, right? What I do know is where I would enter a short and where I would have invalidation, okay? And where I would enter a long and where I would have an invalidation as well, okay? If one plays out, you're paying off your stop loss by 3, 4, 5 times, right? So, yeah, it's all about managing risk and looking at the different probabilities here for the bulls and the bears. So bulls have a chance. However, the bears can very much defend this high. The moment we get above this high, I think there could be a high likelihood that we could shoot through here. If we claim this high, I think bulls have insane probability to basically come all the way up to $61,000 zone. And it's going to be a pump, a dump, and a pump, right? And it's just going to absolutely make you go insane with the analysis, right? What the heck is going on? Technical analysis doesn't work. What the heck? You know, price is just pumping and dumping, and it's just playing around, right? The market makers are playing around with you. No. You know, it's understanding a little bit the, you know, where are the levels where you would enter a short and have invalidation points, and where would you enter a long and have invalidation points? One plays out, it's going to pay off big time, either to the downside if you're short from this area, or either to the upside if you're long from over here. You know, this is going to pay off 5, 6 times your stop loss. So yeah, it's just, this is the beauty of technical analysis. It's like magic, right? You can be having both scenarios, such as the bullish and the bearish, always on your analysis is extremely important. I usually have people that are very bearish. We're going down to 40K. We're going down to 50K. You know, this is a bear flag. but are you considering the bullish case scenario, right? This is why I come here to give you the education and, you know, basically give you both faces, right? Hey, you need to be a bull bear always, right? You need to always realize that, you know, I would not be surprised if we break through here, because this would just be a corrective structure. And this would be a double 1-2, bang, 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 bang. You're forming the third wave here, and then to finish the fifth wave up. So if you're just putting classic technical analysis, that sometimes works very well, I'm not going to lie. You know, if you're using very basic technical analysis, the you know, which very much is good, guys. Going from the basics is very most important. You would speculate that this is a bearish flag, right? This is a bear flag. I got many people saying, are we forming an ascending wedge or a bear flag here, right? Expecting that breakdown. This is the kind of pattern that if it does not play out, guys, it's just going to sweep up here and come and claim the highs. However, you know, most of the time they are bearish. You know, I'm not saying that this is going to move up. The bears are still very much in control since yesterday's drop, based on volume, based on the massive price action, right? It's really a bit of hopium for the bulls, right? I really would say that the bears do have slightly more probability in pushing the price to lower levels from this point. But the moment you get above this high, it really decreases the probabilities for the bears to push down, because you're very, very likely going to have that, you know, squeezed momentum, you know, and squeeze out or a lot of short positions and get an epic pump of, you know, $1,000 to $2,000 potentially. So for the moment, I mean, when I zoom in on the lower time frames, when I do count this movement to the downside, I'm leaning more on the possibility for the bulls to push up here. And there's one reason why. There is one reason why. It is this move. This move over here, corrective move, it does not look impulsive for me. And you might think, how can it not look impulsive? Look at this candlestick. Look at the volume. It's much more aggressive, right? This is a huge amount of shorts entering the market, right? There's a lot of people in shorts at this zone. And we do have the bullish CVD divergence. You know, there's a lot of people shorting the market here that could bring fuel for a short squeeze. However, as long as we are below this high, we could definitely form here a lower high, right? This could be a one wave, two wave, boom, we're forming a third wave back down here and we're just breaking down. Very much possible. But when I micro count this on the lower time frames, there's not really clear moves down as impulsive, in my personal opinion, right? I don't see clear 5 waves down. I don't see this extremely impulsive. So something that I've been looking at with micro counting the analysis today with the legends, guys, you know, is the possibility of this being, you know, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 5, right? This right over here being an ABC, this would have been an epic long position right there, because you basically swing failure pattern from this low. You created bullish CVD divergence right over here. This happened at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I was sleeping, but it would be definitely a scenario where I would long with the bullish CVD divergence right there. And when I do count the price action here from today as well, it does look like that you do have a chance here. You got, I can really count 5 waves up here, right? You can count 5 peaks. You can count 5 waves up. And what is disturbing from here is this is very 3-wavy structure. So you need to give the possibility of a higher low right there in a double 1-2, 1-2 right there for the bulls. You need to give it a chance, right? But overall, you would want to long at much lower levels. You would want to manage your risk very, very well. you know, this without a doubt, this would not be a zone where I would enter a long position, right? This could come down and stop me out. But I'm looking at a swing long position. I'm managing risk very well here, and I'm looking for a possible breakout. I'm anticipating the possibility of the bulls to actually push through here. Okay, so overall, the ideal short trade, okay, the ideal short, and I mean, you could speculate on a short trade here and have your stop loss here, because if we take this high, the bulls likely have a higher chance in pushing to much higher levels. Just because the bearish structure will not look good anymore. It will not look good, and I would give priority to the bulls. It could fake out. It could be an A, B, C, D, E, okay? Without a doubt. And then it comes down, it stops you out, and it brings you down. But you would be breaking here the lower high resistance trend line. Okay, it will be looking very, very strong for a reversal. I mean, this obviously you're targeting the lows and potentially lower levels. I wouldn't like to be, I wouldn't like to be in a short position with no stop loss in this area, right? Stop loss would be above the high. Because if you break through from here, the momentum, it has a high chance that the momentum can just go. When the price of Bitcoin goes, it goes, right? Either up or down. When you're breaking some bearish invalidations in this case. But, you know, the price action is bearish, right? We cannot deny that from yesterday's highs. The price action is bearish. The bears have a chance here and forming a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming up to sweep up the lows in the next coming hours. So the projection is good. The risk to reward from this point is not that massive. But I'm going to say it's an acceptable... It is an acceptable short trade. And, you know, people then here will come absolutely crazy and they'll risk 20% of their capital for this short trade to make massive gains with their invalidation here. Make sure to manage risk very, very well. But if the bears need to win, the bears cannot take this high. The bears cannot take that high. Because if it takes this high, then it will be increasing the probabilities of the bulls to push through and claim here. So you don't want any stop losses here or any of that, guys, or any adding to position or none of that nonsense. Have clear invalidation points and just accept the loss. If the bears need to win, the bulls cannot overlap this wave, this pivot high, sorry. If the bulls are going to win, are going to win this battle today, they need to defend this pivot low. They need to defend this higher low. The bulls need to defend this higher low right over here. However, the projection for the bulls is much higher than the projection of the bears. If the bulls do win this battle, oh my goodness, the projection is huge. You know, you're going to come up to this high. If the bears win, yeah, without a doubt, you're looking to claim the lows. You're looking to claim these lows and potentially push down. We do not really know how big the projection can be. It can be very, very, very bad. But overall, it would be these lows. Because if you're forming a fifth wave, you never know if it's going to be a truncated fifth wave. Are you going to double bottom and then get an instant bounce? You know, you would be targeting these lows, right, as a realistic target zone. I very much like the projection of the bulls. So, in a nutshell, the bears need to defend this level. The bulls need to defend this low. Whichever one is hit and surpassed, the bulls will have an insane projection to the upside. And that is purely based off the fast price action. We have not left any levels of resistance here. We just move up, we move down. If we break through that level again, it's going to do the same thing. It's just going to shoot through. So that is the invalidation level for the bears. We break through here this high, it is game on for the bulls. if the bears manage to, you know, suppress this area and push down, that is your invalidation. You're likely, you know, if you do take out this low over here, then yeah, that's it. It's, you know, you're just very close to this low, and you're just going to break through. So I mean, that's basically the trading ideas that I had for today, guys. And missed out on the short. Missed out on this short because it basically did not hit the levels that I wanted it to hit. I wanted the levels to hit the top of the channel. I wanted the price action to hit the top of this ascending channel. I wanted it to hit the getting close to the 618 Fibonacci from this pivot right over here, and we didn't quite reach it. Okay, I wanted a little bit more of a push here, and then look for that short invalidation. Give it, take a bit of room. You don't want to overlap this wave one. Okay, so yeah, your invalidation could be very much close to that level. Sniper shot short, and the projection is coming back down to yesterday's lows. Missed out on the short, jumped into the long for the bullish case. I'm going to say, I hope the bullish case scenario plays out, right? I hope the bullish case scenario does play out. Okay, so let's see what happens in the next coming hours. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed that explanation, guys. All about pure price action, technical analysis, a bit of Fibonacci. Of course, we can put major levels on the chart. You know, previous day levels. We got previous week monthly levels. We got naked point of controls. We got dailies. We can get a big fat mess here on the chart, and we can talk about those levels, right? What would be a sign of strength? You know, reclaiming certain levels, a sign of support. But I wanted to keep it very simple here, just understanding how, you know, sometimes just a little bit with market structure and Elliott wave theory, you know very much where you could have your invalidation, and where you could have your take profit zones. Where could you have your invalidation also for the bullish case, right? If you're looking at this zone to maintain, you know, you've got a tight invalidation right over here. If this does play out, then obviously the projection is very good. You know, understanding, you know, that you haven't left much resistance here at this price action between 59,500, right, and 60,500 right there. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of that, a little bit of knowledge that I wanted to share on the live stream. So bears could win. If bears do manage to defend this high, they will likely win, okay, and come down to the lows. If the bulls win, okay, if we lose this low over here, then obviously the bull case scenario is not happening, right? This will no longer look impulsive. Let's go right away to right. Hey Andy, you asked 2 days ago who to look at TA. Have you seen 𝗖𝗍𝗍 YouTube channel? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I know most of them in the game, guys. Me personally, no hate. I don't like it. I know he puts boxers, right? I don't, you know, 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗍. I know he is. He's the guy with the boxers, right? It hit my orange box, right? Or something like that. He doesn't give good levels, good explanations, good market structure, good, hey, no hate, but I don't like him. I don't, you know, these, a lot of, you know, most of the people on YouTube, you really don't learn, and they don't provide good, solid technical analysis, and most importantly, good risk management, right? You need to know about risk management, because if you don't know about risk management, you're going to burn accounts. And that is most importantly, right? Risk in between 1% and 3% max. No invalidation points. Know where to put your stop losses, because I know a lot of people are saying, I'm going to be building up this long position. I'm going to be building up this short position. It's like, you know, if you're building a long position and then you get this bad boy happening right there, you know, you can build as much as you want. You can build with leverage as much as you want. This is going to get you off the market, and it's going to burn you. So there's no building up here, nothing. You're gonna build your account to zero if you start having these ideas, right? I mean, unless you have a huge amount of capital, right, and you can build up all the way down to $10,000, right, with limit longs, then I would say, oh, well, okay, you know, but no. So yeah, my personal opinion, I know who Satoshi Stacker is, you know, shout out to him. You know, he's got good following. He's a big channel. He's much bigger than me. He has much more following than me. But I take a look at his video and I have no clue of what I have learned about. He talks about some bots that he has. He talks about some boxes. We hit my box and, you know, not giving proper explanation on the scenarios, right? I don't think he does any live streams as well. So anyway, stop loss is your friend, says Benny. Absolutely correct. I've been burnt once. I've been burnt many, many times. He got wrecked many times, at least transparent, he says. Mariela says. Yeah, Orange Box TA. Yeah, he's the guy from the Orange Box TA. I mean, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. You know, this is how easy you can build up a YouTube channel, right? Based on Orange Box's levels of support and resistance. Here, I try and go through, you know, daily levels, naked point of controls, a little bit of Elliott wave theory. We can take a look at harmonics. Long time since I haven't taken a look at harmonics with you guys, but we just bring a set, so many different things on the chart that you can learn from. It's just adding the highest confluence levels. But I try and just wipe out a lot of the things. You know, I'm sticking to very simple price action, invalidation levels. CVD I think is great because you know, there's very strong fancy indicators. I like to see where liquidity is sitting as well. That's sometimes something good to see. But I've seen liquidity levels not being hit by a dollar, guys. By a dollar. I've seen millions of dollars of short liquidations not being hit by a dollar. So it's like, oh, you know, most of the times, yeah, the liquidity is swept up without a doubt, okay? But I've seen it many times where you have a bunch of liquidity that hasn't been hit by just a few dollars, which is like, wow, crazy, right? So it's not a priority on my analysis and my trading setups. And what else? I think, yeah, obviously footprint and delta can be very important, but I think this is the ultimate combination. The CVD divergence is the ultimate combination to see everything. Here, based on these lines on the CVD, you can see how much shorts and how much longs are entering the market. There's a huge amount of shorts entering right there on Bybit. Massive millions of dollars of short positions entering. You know, they want the price to move down. This is creating a huge amount of liquidity at this area and higher. They are trying to short the market, and if you do have on the CVD lower lows from these pivots, right, and higher lows on the price action, all of these shorts that are entering are getting extremely absorbed, giving fuel for the price to actually pop out. So I think CVD is obviously one of the best indicators to give you confidence on your bullish case and your bearish case. So without a doubt, CVD is one of the best. I think it's, you know, combined of everything, because if you have too many stuff indicators and, you know, MACD cross and moving average cross and death cross and you know, butterfly cross, then you're gonna absolutely say, you know, what the heck, where is the price going, right? So I like to keep it more simple, obviously, after the years. What is the CVD? What is the exact name? Cumulative volume delta. Cumulative volume delta. CVD is the ticker symbol for that. Andy, you give us all the possible scenarios and why. Yeah, it's important to talk about all of the different scenarios. We did have the market open, the stock market open. Did we have some... Stock market just opened about 30 minutes ago, if I'm not mistaken. Did we see any big moves? No, we did not. Pretty. I think we're waiting for the Fomc minutes, guys. Today, in about 5 hours from now, we do have the Fomc minutes. last time we didn't have much volatility on Fomc minutes, but we never know. We never know, guys. Okay, so just be aware. In about 5 hours from now, we do have some news. We got to have Fomc minutes, and we could get a bit of volatility. Could it pump or could it dump? We don't really know. Just be aware with your trading scenarios and setups at that time, and be very defensive. Now let's go through comment section. There's really not much, guys, here that I can explain more for Bitcoin. Looking at the local range, of course, zooming out, you can go absolutely bananas with this price action. Maybe we are going to be forming a WXY here, right? This is impulsive. Maybe we're going to take 63K first of all and then roll down. Are we forming already an ABC move right over here, right? Has this been the corrective structure? Well, this does not look very impulsive. There's a big fat mess here going on at the moment. So I like to focus on what is happening locally here, okay? And this is what I have explained right now on the charts, right? Giving you the high chances here. High chance that if we take this high, bulls will have priority. There is the last chance for the bears, being this a fake out, okay? Being a possible fake out or creating a lower high here and rolling down, guys. I very much understand that could be the case. Just because, hey, maybe this has been the end of the ABC right there. And if the bears do manage to defend this high, you know, and start rolling down here very aggressively, getting close to this low, then yeah, without a doubt, that low is going to be taken. So yeah, there is the only, if that high is taken, there's a plan B, of course. There's a plan B for the bears, which would be that ABCDE here in a kind of a triangle formation, right? An ascending wedgie structure. There is the last chance for the bears here. That could be the case because I know there's the fake outs, guys, right? Trend line fake outs. You got the lower high resistance. We're breaking out. Oh my goodness. How bullish is this? This is absolutely epic. You get all of the trend line breakout traders jumping into long positions here. And then, you know, big fake out. And you're coming back down to the lows. So I need to say that the bears do have a plan B. You know, there is a possibility here for this scenario. And I would keep it as, you know, just to get the best entry possible. I mean, if you're not entering a short position from here and accepting a possible loss at the highs, overall, the projection is good. The plan B would be the fake out happening, swing failure pattern from the level, jump into the short, tight stop loss. The projection could be massive. You could sweep up all of these lows. And that would be the ultimate last chance for the bears, because if not, we just come into the highs. So yeah, that's a little bit of the scenarios. You would be speculating on a fake out here. Is the last chance. If you start overlapping these lows, there's no bearish case scenario here. You're just likely going to come up and sweep up the highs here from yesterday. So I wouldn't be playing around with short positions if we do break out from this high in this area. This is an area where I wouldn't play with shorts. Just like I wouldn't play with longs explained yesterday if we break down from this low, right? This ain't an area to play around with longs. and you can see why, right? You just slice through the level. So a very, very similar area here as well, right? This could be an area where the price could pump very, very fast. However, if you do fail to break out that high, then, you know, this could definitely be a fake out, right? And, you know, the risk management is very, very good. Invalidation is above the high, because you could create a failed breakout. You're jumping into the short and then the price, you know, continues the momentum. So yeah, you need to have invalidation points, which would be that local high that has been created. Let's go right away. I'm in a long position right now. I hope you did enter at lower levels, because the bears do have probabilities here, okay? The bears do have probabilities. I'm not sure if you entered a long right now, but yeah, your invalidation here is I think it's I don't know where your stop loss is here. Unless you're doing like aggressive scalping, you know, this is without a doubt a level that I would not enter. I would definitely not enter along where we currently are at the moment, based on the on a day trade setup, right? Just because of invalidation. I mean, if you have your strategy, then make sure to manage risk accordingly. Nothing else to be said on my side on that. Manage risk. So short BTC, you know, how many bears? I'm going to ask the people, right? A poll, right? I want your personal opinion, guys. All right. Are we going to claim, right? Are we going to, what comes first, right? 58,500 or 61,000? And we are much further away from 61,000, but that would be the projected target for me here. Let me know on the poll right now. Okay, let's start that poll in a second. Let me go. What comes first for Bitcoin? And I'm gonna go with 61k. Let's just say $61,000 or 58,400, which would basically be the lows, right? We are not in the middle. The highs are further away, but I want to know, what do you think? Are you bullish? Do you see the bump and run scenario happening? Or do you think the bears are going to win the battle? Let me know right away what comes first for Bitcoin on the poll, guys. I would love to know your opinion. If there's more people bullish or there's more people bearish. If there's more people bullish, I'm going to enter a short. If there's more people bearish, I will maintain that long position that I have from lower. So, kind of trying to go ahead, you know, against the herd right away, right? I would expect the people in obviously that's watching the stream that actually have a lot of knowledge. Okay, I wouldn't expect that you guys follow some really random channels that are really hyped up, and you know, that you have a real strong technical analysis knowledge. I would expect that. I would expect that, to be honest. Anyway, legends, if you are not trading or if you want to change an exchange, bluffing is a great alternative. Okay, you have an insane deal down below. It's 80,000. Of course, they are sponsors from the channel. You have a great deal down below, which is $80,000 deposit bonus. Okay, this bonus can be claimed the more you deposit and trade. You do get airdrops, okay, to your futures platform, right? To your futures exchange. This airdrop you can use for trading, and it will pay for the losses and fees. All right, this is massive. Of course, you need to move some volume, but you'll be getting airdrops. All right, once you sign up with the link down below. It's the biggest bonus that they could give to anybody. And bluffing is a great no KYC platform, no VPN, no nothing, just an email and a password. You can start trading in minutes. And I have to say, they are one of the most transparent platforms because they do have proof of reserves, and that is extremely important for a platform to be legit, right? Not like other ones that have broken down, right? That do very fishy things. So for me, bluffing, #1 KYC platform, guys. Check out the bonus and the sign up link down below in the description. Let's go through. I have an insane deal down. Let's take a look at the poll, guys. There's really a 50-50. Okay, let's take a look at the poll. I'm gonna say 58,400, even though I'm in a long from slightly lower levels. Oh, we got 54% of people out of over 140 votes right now. We have slightly more people saying that we are going to hit $61,000. So you are expecting the bulls to step in here. Whew, 54% of the people, 55. We got slightly more people bullish, but there is a battle here. A lot of bears and bulls in the comment section. So yeah. Hi Andy, I'm your new subscriber. Want to learn a couple of things from your stream. Thank you very much, Shri. Yeah, hopefully you are going to learn many things. I try and go through most of the questions, of course. Yeah. Andy, use Fibonacci, please. Yeah, Fibonacci. Yes, bulls, let's go. Woohoo, says Mansa. CVD, Andy, MA. Let's take a look at CVD. What's going on with CVD? CVD locally here, we're not getting much information. The main reason why we got the push up to claim these highs is because we were forming bullish CVD divergence here locally, right? We were forming lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the CVD, just claiming those highs. So that's played out very nicely. If we were to continue forming bullish CVD divergence, then obviously I would expect, the price, if we do continue getting some selling pressure as we move up, and we get those lower lows, that is just going to be fuel, guys, for the price to just rocket, okay? But that's data that we are going to getting here. We're going to be getting during the next coming minutes and hours, right? So for the moment, there's some longs entering here on Bybit. Overall, no bearish CVD divergence, no bearish. We're forming lower highs. We're forming lower highs on CVD, so all good. I would be worried if we were to see a spike on the CVD here and we form higher highs. Then I would say, oh my goodness, guys, this ain't looking good. I would be interested on a small short position to hedge the long position. That would be a good option, where I would be looking for a short, and invalidation would be at this high. I would keep it very simple. I don't want to lose much capital and looking at this possible projection back down. But I would want to see those bearish CVD divergence, right? I want to see a lot of longs entering, expecting that we are going to get a breakout. But that currently is not happening, okay? We're not having massive longs entering, just a little bit on Bybit, but there is no bearish CVD divergence. If we suddenly get the CVD going absolutely crazy now, speculating on a breakout, right? And we start getting CVD going bananas and forming higher highs, then I would say, there's a lot of longs here that are entering the market. They're probably going to get trapped and we're going to move down. So, yeah. Let's go right away. Is everyone just waiting for New York Open? Just look what liquidity still open, not SD, not so hard. Just look what liquidity is still open, not so hard. Liquidity. Most of the liquidity, we do have quite a bit of liquidity here at the $60,020 range. $60,200, $60,300. There's a bit of liquidity at this area. A bit more liquidity at higher levels. There is a bit of liquidity here. Not much on lower time frames at this zone below 58,900. There's not massive. There's liquidity on both sides, guys. What can we say? Higher time frames, there is more liquidity at 61,500 to 62,000. There is a lot of liquidity up there. And beneath us, there is, we'd have to drop beneath 58,000 to claim that liquidity right over here. There is quite a bit of liquidity here. Liquidity, what can we say? Andy, what do you think of volume? What do I think about volume? Volume where? Long the corn, says Mansa. What do I think about volume? Yeah, without a doubt, volume. We've had a very aggressive move down here with high volume. We've got a lot of shorts entering right there, but they're not managing to push the price down to lower levels. So, I'm just reading this as the market structure, guys. I've mentioned what are the scenarios here of invalidation. Where will the bulls gain probability? If we break out from here, they will gain a lot of probability in pushing the price up. And if obviously we lose this low, then we'll be coming down to hit the lows without a doubt. If we lose this low, there's extreme high probability that we're just going to break down here from this low. But like I explained, short trades should have been taken at this area, and any long trades at this area for your invalidation, for your tight stop loss and good risk management. So yeah, right now I am just remaining patient to see who's going to win the battle. Will it be the bears not managing to break through here and pushing down, which I think it's an acceptable level for a short. I'm going to give hope for the bulls. To be honest, I would have to see big bearish CVD divergence here, which is not the case. We're very far away in forming those bearish CVD divergence. So I just don't. The invalidation is relatively simple here. It would be at those highs, and you're looking for the lows here in the next coming hours. So I would not long here personally myself. Longs are taken from lower levels, purely based on the analysis that was provided as well in the Legends trading community at this possibility speculation of a 1-2 right there. You're looking for the breakout. So for me, this is really not an insane trade zone. If anything, I would, this area is not a trade zone for me. In between the highs and the lows. But if anything, you would have to go with the bears here. If anything, you would have to speculate on the bears to get that push down to the lows. We can create a small little hedge short. You know what? I'm going to get into a small little hedge short at this level. Much smaller than the long position. It's just going to be a hedge. Stop loss at the 59,900. And yeah, that's basically where I'm going to put my stop loss. It's just going to be a little bit of a hedge. If we break through, obviously that stop loss is going to be paid off for, but a little hedge right there, because this is the moment that we are going to I'm leaning more bullish, to be honest. I'm leaning a little bit. I'm giving the bulls a chance here. I've got a good entry, but I realize that there is that bearish case, right? If anybody wants to, with the analysis, this could definitely be the scenario right there, because you formed the 3-wave move. And as long as this could be a wave 1, even though I don't like the counts. I don't like the counts here. This could definitely be the wave 1. This is the wave 2. And then you're just going to break down right now in the next coming hours with a wave 3. And it's going to be quite aggressive. So, yeah. It's not a bad level. It's not a bad level to short, to be honest. How do you do a long and short at the same time on Bybit? It cancels the long if you short. You need to put it in hedge mode. You need to go here to the top right. I think it's somewhere around here. Yeah, you need to turn it into hedge mode, right? You just need to go into settings here on your interface. And there is several options. There's one-way option or there's hedge mode option, okay? So that is where you would enter basically change it so you can enter a long and a short. So you're looking for hedging scenarios. Yeah, you need to turn it into hedge mode. It's at the top right here somewhere. You just need to go here to, I think it's somewhere here on the, it's either here, yeah, the calculator. It should be on the calculator if I'm not mistaken, on the top right. So yeah, let's get the red candles going. Yeah, I'm bluffing as well. Bluffing, you can put longs and shorts as well. Same with bluffing. You can enter longs and shorts at the same time. Nomad Man, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Hi Andy, what is the name of the drawing tool that you use on the CVD? Yeah, it's a browser drawing tool. Okay, this is called, let me just check it out here, Page Marker. If you put page marker draw on Google, it's a plugin, okay? And it's just to color on the browser. Page marker. If you Google page marker drawing on Google, it will give you the plugin. Right. Hola Andy. Pedro, 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗿, ¿cómo estás? Let's get the red candles going, says Crypto King. Crypto King very much bearish. Very much realizing that the price could go to lower levels. Legends, let's take a look at some news, okay? I've covered Bitcoin. We can take a look at a couple of altcoins in the next coming minutes, but let's take a look at some news. What's going on in the crypto space? What's going on with the news? Welcome to the community, says Mariela. To Shri, thanks for joining. Let's go right away, take a look at some crypto news, guys. We like to take a look at a bit of crypto news. We've done the full analysis, guys. I'm keeping it simple here with Bitcoin. We break above. It's all explained at the beginning of the stream. Anybody that is joining now, check out the first, 10, 20 minutes of the stream. That is where I go in detail explaining if bulls manage to break this high, okay, it is game on for the bulls. We're likely going to get a nice push to $61,000 approximately. And if the bears do manage to not get the bulls to break above this high and we form a lower high and we start moving down and we lose this low over here, if we lose this low over here, it is pretty obvious you're just going to take that low here, okay? There will be no bullish case here. If you sweep up this low, you're just likely going to claim that low over here. Okay, so those are the invalidation points. This is why it's not a bad idea, anybody that was analyzing the possibilities on Elliott wave theory, that this could be the wave 2, right? You got a few minutes to decide if you want to enter, because if you do not overlap this low, the bullish case is insane. This is where you come with the projections, and if the bulls do manage to push out from this lower high resistance and push out from this high, this is just gonna go to 61k. So I like the projection, I like the risk management, definitely worth a shot. That is what we got. If the bears win the battle, then obviously we're looking at the lows to be taken, right? So this is kind of the scenario right now. Bears are kicking in right now. Let's see if we do get the CVD forming insane lower lows. Let's see how this push down. Oh, we got the stock market open right now, if I'm not mistaken. Stock market opening in the red. Stock market open. Starting with a push down, and it's also giving that push down on Bitcoin. No bueno, no bueno. A lot of people like to say that if the stock market starts off being red, it means that it's probably going to flip green. So is that going to happen? Right? Stock market likes to do that. If it starts off bullish, it ends up bearish. If it starts bearish, it might end up bullish. So let's see if we do get that reversal here on the stock market open. So far, it is opening in the red. We're getting that volatility to the downside. Here on lower time frames. Will it reverse? Let's see. Let's see if there's a lot of shorts entering here on the CVD. So far so good. So far so good. We could be building up bullish CVD divergence here in the blue in the next coming minutes. We are just about to form lower lows on the CVD. Just about, not in the yellow, which is Bybit. So if we do sweep up these lows, that will be no problem at all. I would be looking at a possibility of lower lows on the CVD right there, giving that fuel. That means that there's a lot of shorts entering the market that could get squeezed out. But we need that lower low. We need the bullish CVD formation here, if possible. So let's see what happens. Up. We're pushing down here. We are pushing down. Bears are dumping. Bears are dumping the price. What will happen, guys? Will the bears win the battle? Oh my goodness. Stock market here being a little bit red, not too much, just a bit of volatility. Oh, the bears are stepping in here. Bulls need to defend this level. If they cannot defend this level, it is no bueno. No bueno. No bueno if we lose this level. We'll be coming down to this low. Let's see what happens. Going to be interesting here in the next coming minutes. Let's go through the comments. Well, we're going to take a look at the news. It was interesting to see that stock market open volatility. Let's take a look at the news right away, legends. We have new 60% of the largest hedge funds have disclosed Bitcoin ETF holdings. 60% of the largest hedge funds, guys, hold Bitcoin. We did have some inflows on the ETF just yesterday in the last 24 hours. Where is that ETF inflows? We got, I do have it somewhere here, but yeah, there it is. We do have some inflows that happened just yesterday. $88 million of Bitcoin inflows for the ETF. So very good, muy bueno. A lot of institutions buying up Bitcoin. Whales are accumulating, so any dips are likely going to get bought back up, guys, in my personal opinion, even though if we do go down to 49k in the next coming weeks, right, I do believe that it's just going to form a large higher time frame, higher low. So dips still, in my opinion, are there to buy. And Bitcoin, I do think that we are going to hit all-time high in the next coming weeks, guys. Weeks, months. It might not be September. It might be October. Overall, it doesn't matter. We are still looking for all-time highs very, very soon in the near future. Just in, Federal Reserve to cut rates 3 times by a total of 0.75% this year. That is what we're speculating. The interest rates are going to be cut. I am a little bit skeptical on, some people think that this is bullish. But every time we've been seeing rate cuts in the past, it has not been bullish at all. It has not been bullish at all. It's when we've entered recessions, like in 2008, right? We started the cuts, big recession, 2008. We started the cuts in 2000, 2001, dot-com bubble, small little recession right over there. 1990 as well, we started to cut rates in 89, recession, cutting rates. So I'm a little bit skeptical that cutting rates is going to be good. The money printer should go on very, very fast. And we do have data that the money printer is going on. The money printer is on. And this is the chart that I mentioned yesterday, guys. The global monetary liquidity cycles. Muy interesante, very interesting. What we've got here, guys, and I need to push myself out here from the middle, but it doesn't really matter. The liquidity cycles is a 4-year cycle, okay? It happens in 4-5-year cycles. We had a very strong one after the C19 crash, right? This is where we got massive bullishness, right? On the liquidity, there's money printer went on like crazy, printing trillions of dollars between late 2020 and 2021, bringing you that insane bull run. When we take a look at the liquidity cycles, right, you do have highs, you do have lows. We had another good liquidity cycle in between 2016 and 2018, and that is where we had the massive bull market cycle. So the last 2 times, right, liquidity cycles was in confluence with the crypto bull run. We've had a massive liquidity crunch, right? As we know, since late 2021, interest rates going high, no liquidity, massive bear market, 2022 and 2023, devastating bear market for Bitcoin and crypto. Now the things are changing. We are kind of bottoming out, just like we did back in 2019 and 2020, and also like in 2015, right? We're in that period here of 2023 and 2024 where We've already had interest rates. We've bottomed out here. There's no liquidity. Everything's looking like a big fat mess. So money printers should go on and we should get that liquidity cycle into 2025, right? It moves in cycles. It moves in cycles. So everything projects that we should be getting that liquidity entering into 2025, right? So if we go with the data, we need to believe that our bags are going to get pumped, guys. Our crypto bags are going to get pumped finally, right, in 2025. So just going with this data, we need to believe that we have a chance, okay? We have a chance here, legends. Who's in favor that we are going to get that liquidity cycle, or this is just going to roll back down and we'll be entering a devastating recession? Well, it doesn't make sense. But, you know, the elections are in November in the US. We don't want to see a bad economy in the US, right? I think the money printer is going to go on slightly, pump some liquidity, right? Bear fake out on Bitcoin. Yeah, like I said, yes, possibly, maybe. This is the bearish case right now, and this is the bullish case right over here, right? There's no. That is the invalidation. Is it a fake out or not? We're just gonna have to see. The bulls definitely do have they do have a chance, right? They do have a chance. Let's leave it that way. They do have a chance. You know, I'm not going to say that this is incredibly bullish or this is incredibly bearish. We are going to go down. You know, we have the invalidation levels. We're just at the support level. So yeah, we do not want to dance around too long here or break down, because that is just going to lose probability if we break down from here, and we are breaking down as we speak. It ain't looking good for the bulls. It ain't looking good for the bulls, legends. If that low is lost, then we are looking for this low to be hit. They still have a chance. I'm going to say they still have a chance. I mean, this is the low that needs to not be hit. So if the price does dance around here and gets a recovery, I'm going to say the bulls still have a chance. But it ain't looking too good now for the bulls, guys. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Right now, breaking out from this ascending channel does not look good at all. Please don't give me profit 1 day out of 3 weeks negative. I suck at trading. Well, look, you know, we do give the possible projections here, right? We do give the invalidation. Oh my goodness, it's looking very bad for the bulls. Bears are in control right now. It does look like that those lows could be taken, and then this could. Let's talk about the levels where the price could get a reaction. Let's talk about the levels where the price could get a reaction here. And let's pull out some daily, let's put some confluent zones, because right now the bearish case on Elliott wave theory is the one that is getting priority, right? The bearish case here, which is this one, right? We had the 3-wave move up here in an ABC. So bears are in control. Bears are in control at the moment with this dump. I don't know what's happening with stock market. Stock market really not doing much, pumping and dumping. Bitcoin's taking the hits, not following stock market with the consolidation. Yeah, and as long as we above, we're going to take that low, guys. It's going to be taken. Then, I mean, if we recover from here, I'm going to say it is what it is. But it does look like that low is going to be taken. if bulls do hold that low right over here, then I gotta say that they do have a chance. They do have a chance still if that low is not taken. Yeah, and the main reason why, if this, I mean, I think the bulls are going to step in very aggressively. Right now, CVD is going down, so there's a lot of shorts entering. An extremely aggressive long position would have been this one right over here. Long in a falling knife with stop loss here. Right? Yeah, definitely a very aggressive long. But as long as the bulls hold this level, they have a chance. Let's leave it that way. They do have a chance. Would be kind of a miracle situation, right? If you suddenly recover from this zone. But yeah, if it is a chance. They need to maintain above that low over here. If this level is lost, then yeah, without a doubt, we're taking out yesterday's lows. So overall, it looks like that this projection is going to be the one that's going to win here. So anyway, let's continue with the news. The bulls do have a chance here. They do, but the bears looks like they're winning the battle for the moment. The bears are winning the battle. No bump and run pattern, no nothing. We got the downtrend continuation by the looks of things. Elliott wave theory here with this projection. Looks like that they could move down. But like I said, you know, if this low does hold, there is the possibility still, even though you've broken this channel, for that 1-2-1-2, which is it is getting unlikely at the moment. It is losing probability, but if yeah, it's definitely losing probability because of the timing right now. This wave 2 right there, 1-2, is just much longer than this wave 1, right? And if this is a wave 1, 2, and 3 inside of a large third wave, it's not an invalidation, but overall you would want to see the next 1, 2 shorter in time than the wave 1 here. So the probabilities are decreasing right now for the bulls for this to be a 1-2-1-2 and go up here. Just because of the timing, this is just getting overextended in time compared to this wave 1. So without a doubt, the bears have a little bit more priority at the moment with this move. So we could be seeing the fifth wave being completed here to hit this this low. But this is the invalidation. If price maintains above this high, the bulls still have they still have a chance. I gotta say, they still have a chance. Where could the price bounce if we were to get the movement down? Ooh, bulls have a chance. They do have a chance. We do have the bullish CVD divergence on the blue here, which is the rest of exchanges. There's bullish CVD divergence. A lot of shorts entering here at the lows. They could get squeezed out. If that low is not taken, then I gotta say the bulls definitely have a chance. So let's talk about the levels here of confluence, because if we do move down, where could the price bounce? Where could the price bounce? Sure. Where could the price bounce if we lose that low? Just considering here, you got the old weekly level. The old weekly level that did provide really good, nice resistance and support with the drop yesterday. If we were to lose that low here, we got a daily level that hasn't been tapped. We've got a daily level that hasn't been tapped, but we just, you know, this daily level, the close, the close and open that we had from the 18th and the 19th. We like daily levels. They usually do provide some good support or resistance. We do have, let's take a look at the fixed volume profile from this consolidation. I mean, this naked point of control already got the bounce here today with that old weekly level. That point of control got an epic bounce with yesterday's drop. So yeah, could we just sweep up the lows here? I mean, I do think that there is a failed auction scenario here, being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 truncated fifth wave, and then get the recovery and get the bump and run phase. I would have to see proof of support. I would have to see. I don't mind entering late. I don't want to catch any falling knives, but without a doubt, an SFP level where we have a daily as well here could definitely be a scenario where you're just going to roll down, sweep up the lows, and then yeah, this consolidation, that is what I want to see. That's where I would speculate here on a reversal scenario, okay, to come up to these highs and potentially to these highs, right, and just break out the trend line and reverse. I would remain. I'm going to remain patient. That would be a kind of a swing long position here. But yeah, take out the lows. Recognize that this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the fifth wave obviously is going to bottom out at some stage. Imagine the bulls stepping in right now and just absolutely skyrocketing the price, squeezing all of the shorts trades that are entering here. I mean, they still have a chance. Like I mentioned, if we do maintain above this low over here, they do have a chance. If they start reclaiming that ascending channel, and this has been just a liquidity grab, and you get a bunch of shorters entering the market, it could be the case. Yeah, it's probably going to get a bit of resistance from this support level. It's not a level that I would short personally. This would have been a very aggressive long position without a doubt. I would definitely be defensive if you tried to catch that falling knife with your stop loss. But like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, if you maintain above this level, then the bulls have a chance, and the risk to reward on this is massive. It's just massive. So it would definitely be worth a shot right there. So anyway, Andy Yellow, CBD. That didn't last long, did it? Just a quick dump and pump, but overall, I think the bears do have a little bit more priority by the looks of things. But this would not be a level where I would short or I would long or I would do anything at the moment. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, you know, you're either short from here and you're defensive, or you actually longed from this zone and your invalidation is behind this low. So the battle continues. The battle continues here for the bulls and the bears. You know, imagine if this was the low and the price is just going to recover right now in the coming hours. So you can see the massive risk to reward right there is insane on this projection. That channel is drawn wrong. Why is it drawn wrong? It's just taking the higher low support structure from today. Okay, it's just why is it drawn wrong? It's just some higher lows right there that we formed today and the highs here. So why would it be drawn wrong? It's just higher lows. From 2 pivot higher lows, you can already draw a channel. So why would it be wrong? Resistance balance of highs and explosive now. Just imagine if this were to be the case. Would be crazy, right? Would be crazy if that were to be the case. If we just explode out from here now. Would be absolutely insane. Because if we do form a higher low here, bulls have a chance. If this low is not taken, the bulls have a chance. And if this high is taken, it's bye-bye to the bears. At least locally, right? We're talking locally. We could just pump here and drop back down. But I'm just looking at the local scenarios here. Bunch of jokers in the chat today, says 𝗕𝗶𝗆. Yeah, not to worry, guys. Check out the beginning of the live stream. We do the technical analysis, okay? What's the matter? Is there a bunch of jokers? Caught the falling knife with super tight stop loss, Philip. Hey, this could be the one. This could be the one that if the price of Bitcoin now suddenly recovers and starts breaking the trend line and this high, you're in the epic long, Philip. You catch the falling knife. If you did have a stop loss here at the lows, then absolutely epic, okay? If you did get into the falling knife trade, it's basically a liquidity grab, and you got a bunch of shorts entering the market here, looking at the CVD. So there is bullish CVD divergence, right? We cannot deny that. There is a lot of people shorting the market right now, expecting that this low is going to be taken, and they have their stop losses here, and you know you could create a massive short squeeze. It's very much possible. It's possible. It's possible. There we go. Yes, bulls are pretty strong in that level. They want to defend and they want to break out. There you have it. It's fun to see, man. It's fun to see. What a dump and pump. It's fun to see how if that high is taken, my goodness, there we go. Up we go. I told you. Eric says, I told you. 𝗕𝗏𝗆, where's 𝗕𝗏𝗆? Is he in the chat? Has that high been taken though? High been taken, just a quick short squeeze. Playing games. Market makers playing games. My goodness. Now, the only bearish case scenario that the bulls have, that the bears have here, the only bearish case scenario that they have is basically for this to be an ABCDE, which really does lower. I mean, it's not the preferred scenario, but I have to say that it is possible that this is just a large ABCDE right there in a fourth wave, and the price could push down. But in this case, if you entered that swing failure pattern, and you have to be an absolute sniper here, you need to be in front of the charts and paying attention. Your stop loss is above the high, basically. If you sniper shorted that high, you know, your stop loss needs to be a baby stop loss. And I think the bulls have priority right now, Because if this does, yeah, I think the bulls have priority at the moment, but the bears need to push the price down if in the next coming minutes, if they want, you know. It looks like we're going to push through. Yeah, we're pushing through here. Whew. It looks like we're going to push through. My goodness. What an absolute trap right there, guys, from the bears. What an absolute bear trap happening live here on the stream. Large move of $1,000 in a matter of minutes. I'm not sure what stock market is doing, but let's take a look at the stock market. Yeah, stock market ended up bullish after opening bearish. Bullish. Yeah. Bitcoin on the move right now. Oh my goodness. I think, yeah, there is extreme high probability that, in my opinion, that we will be continuing to the upside. Purely based on the market structure here. There's no longer comes a high probability scenario, in my opinion. I mean, you do have the ABCDE, but this scenario over here really decreases probability. I think we very much have a high chance in pushing through. Let's see how we're just hitting that resistance of the channel. Yeah, just about hitting the resistance right there. Fuck's sake. We just put this right now. So we are hitting that resistance of the ascending channel. Yeah, no, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Yeah, I would say that bulls definitely have a slightly more priority here. It's still kind of at the limit zones. 618 has been hit. 618 is where we got the pullback. Yeah, but looking at this as a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, this being a wave 4 right now really decreases as we've hit the 618 Fibonacci. I think the price is going to manage to push through here in the next coming hours to $61,000. That is my conclusion here, after taking out this high. The probabilities here really decreased for the bears, for this to be an ABCDE. I just don't see this the likely scenario here. So I would say that there's higher probability in pushing through here, guys, in the end. I mean, if you did catch that falling knife, right, with your invalidation at the low right over here, my goodness. My goodness, the risk to reward on this is massive. The risk to reward is massive on this. If you did manage to catch that. I know Philip managed to catch that long setup. You did say that you did catch that falling knife. You really don't want to play around here with your stop loss if you're catching a falling knife, right? If you are catching a falling knife, you have your invalidation that was explained at the beginning of the stream, which was this pivot low. If you lose that low, you just have high probability, even though you get a dead cat bounce, that you're going to take this low. There's no zone to build up any long positions. You could just slice through the zone here if you lose that low. Very aggressive, but your invalidation is very tight, right? So who cares if you're catching a falling knife here if you have an invalidation, right? If you're moving down and you want to snipe along, if you have an invalidation, you just put your stop loss there. If your stop loss is very small, then why not take the chance? Because this could bring you all the way up here to these highs of $61,000. So yeah, without a doubt, that's you know, the projection is extremely good here, extremely good. So my stop loss was the pivot low. Okay, stop loss the pivot low from that movement down, but how crazy is it that if we want to see a double 1-2 scenario for the bulls, they need to defend that low. If we are speculating on a 1-2 right there, okay, and this also being a 1-2, it can retrace down to the 7.8 to the 0.88. It's okay for a wave 2 to retrace as low as the 0.88 Fibonacci. The invalidation is that low no matter what. So if you look for that double 1-2 right there, you're speculating on this large third wave that could be building up in the next coming hours. I mean, the only chance that the bears have is the ABCDE scenario, but it looks pretty good because we have the kind of the bump and run, lower high resistance. This could definitely be the bump and run happening right now as we speak, and in the next coming hours we're just gonna move up to that $61,000 range, right, where we got that small little lower high move. You got the bump phase, which was yesterday's drop, and consolidation that's been happening today with a slightly small uptrend, and now we're breaking out. So bulls have priority right now to push up the price another extra $1,000, and when we have such a nice empty zone here with no resistance, yeah, we have a really good projection. I would say that they have a chance in sweeping this lower high from yesterday. So far, so good. It does look promising. And when the price goes, it goes. Entering a short right now, not an option. Not an option for me, at least. Just, you know, because I don't have any good levels of resistance to put my stop loss. I don't know where to put the stop here if I enter a short right now. And I just understanding that we do have a very, very clean area of projection here. So yeah, without a doubt would not enter a short, and I would not enter a long either here, because the yeah, it could still be a fake out. But as I said, as we've hit the 618 Fibonacci from this pivot high to the pivot low for that wave 4, yeah, it's like, yeah, the bears are really, yeah, this is extremely overextended for a wave 4 compared to the wave 1. So bulls have priority at the moment to push the price to much higher levels in the next coming hours, in my opinion. This is really overextended for a wave 4 compared to the wave 2. It just does not look right. It looks like a 10-year-old is doing technical analysis. Right, the timing is not good here for that wave 4, giving the chance of the bulls that we are going to manage to push through here in this zone to claim $61,000 and even higher. I will ride this long to the moon. Make sure to take profits on your way up. Make sure to be defensive. But yeah, without a doubt. You're in the US Brinks trading period, very manipulative period, absolutely, no doubt. US Open is without a doubt very, very difficult. A lot of manipulation. You got a bit of pump and dumps. So, what can I say? This is a zone that the bears really don't have a great chance here, to be honest. I would not fight this pump, me personally, and it's all got to do with invalidation levels, your stop loss. Would you put your stop loss here, or would you put it here, or would you put it here? It's just a very dangerous zone. Very dangerous zone. You could just get that extra punch here. Me personally, guys, you know, talking with my experience, And jumping into a long, you do have the possibility of a fake out. It is the only bearish case scenario here would be an A, B, C, D, E right there. But the fourth wave is extremely overextended, right? If you're counting this as an impulse, this corrective, this impulsive, no chance, I think. Very, very low chance for the bears to push the price down from this zone. Very, very low chance. Could it do so? Absolutely, guys. You know that, but I'm looking at the probabilities and the technical analysis, and it does look like that the price could push through from this level and, you know, possibly pump another $1,000 approximately. Cumulative volume delta template is available now on the Telegram channel. Yes, guys, you do have the Legends trading community. Also, it's available in the Telegram channel. You've got the free Discord, guys, to join. Join the free Discord. It is the first link down below. Join the free Discord. I hop in there once in a while. Of course, I hop in the private Legends trading community every single day, looking at the setups and different scenarios. You know, all of that is mentioned in the Legends trading community, where I do look for the different setups, different scenarios, looking at the projection here, guys. You know, this is based on today's analysis mentioned with you, right? This $59,000 range, looking for this possible move, invalidation, talking about the, you know, the different scenarios, and, you know, walking through, giving a little bit of guidance. You have that in the Legends trading community. Of course, it is the first link if you are, you know, looking to take your trading to the next level. Me and 𝗕𝗏𝗍, right, other coaches in the community, are very much happy to help you with any questions in the Discord, guys. So you got the first link down below. Great TA, by the way. Thank you very much. Can you take a look at 𝗏? Shall we take a look at some altcoins? Why not? Andy is the best. Far away from it. Far away from it. 𝗕𝗏𝗍, I longed to alts during this dump. You're an absolute legend, 𝗕𝗏𝗍. Why didn't you share that with me? We try and do combined technical analysis and combined trading setups. 𝗕𝗏𝗍 is a legend, guys. He is in the community. He is in the community. He's a coach in the trading community, but he also has a trading channel, guys. Technical analysis. Let me just get 𝗕𝗏𝗍 here and pin him in the comment section, because he deserves it. He provides daily analysis, and obviously looking at, you know, the analysis and setups in the Legends trading community as well. And go and check him out, guys. I'm going to pin you right away in the comment section. 𝗕𝗏𝗍 the legend. So you got him, guys, in the pinned comment. Go and check out 𝗕𝗏𝗍. He provides insane technical analysis, risk management. You get the deal, right? Go and check him out, guys, if you want to follow more technical analysis on Bitcoin, on altcoins, and pure education. 𝗕𝗏𝗍 is here. He's the legend. Shout out to you, my man. Let's take a look at 𝗏. Shall we take a look at different altcoins for the community? Shall we take a look at different altcoins? Different, yeah, why not? Did we go through some news? We did. Just go quickly through the news. Mt. Gox distributed another 12,000 Bitcoin to trustees. Another 20,000 BTC left. I wouldn't be too fearful about this. Some people will sell, but for me, it's not bearish. It's not bearish. So Mt. Gox still distributing the rest of the Bitcoin. We did have another $1 billion worth of US dollar tether printed yesterday. So it was 2 billion in total. If they're printing this amount of tether like this daily for the next coming weeks, without a doubt, it should bring a bullish reaction for the price of Bitcoin and the altcoins, guys, because that is what we see with the data, right? Where is it? Right over here, right? We do have the stable coin total market capitalization right over here. That is usually when it goes up, okay? When it goes up, this is this purpley, bluey line over here. That is the total market capitalization from stable coins. When it rises, it helps Bitcoin and altcoins, right, get that rally. Mainly Bitcoin, I would say right now, obviously. But you can see when the stable market capitalization, in this case US dollar tether, right, US dollar coin, goes up very aggressively, it brings a market recovery. Okay, so yeah, basically we would expect the market to recover, because we are seeing some US dollar tether being printed during the last few days, right? A few $1 billion. Final phase of the bull market begins when DXY loses support. DXY is at, right now, guys, is extremely important, because DXY is still at support, even though we have come down below this higher low support trend line. We do have the support of the value area low, so it's not quite just game on right now. That the DXY has lost complete support here, and we are going to go down in the next coming weeks. I would say that we still need to lose this value area low successfully, right? So it's not game on just yet, but there are some speculation here looking at the news that, hey, once the DXY loses his support, you know, he's giving his analysis. Here's somebody, I thought this was very interesting to pull out here on the chart. That is when we do get the bull run, right? The final stage of the bull run, where, you know, we consolidate on the dollar index, right? And then it gets a major downtrend for several months. That is when you get that last phase of the bull run that should be as we enter into 2025, right? Potentially, or the end of this year, right? Entering into 2025. So there's that, you know, I like it. I think it does make sense, right? Let's just say it does make sense for that to happen. So yeah, Bitcoin is following the gold all-time high structure. I like this guy. I think he provides great stuff, but he's comparing gold to Bitcoin right over here, and, you know, basically saying that we are in this phase that we are following the gold's market structure from 1980, right? I don't know, maybe yes, maybe no. Let's see, guys. So yeah, not much more news. Let's take a look at Crow right away on the chart. Why not? Shall we take a look at Crow? Crow looks very interesting. You had a descending wedge here that just went infinite, right? There was no breakout of this descending wedge on Crow. Let's take a look at the different scenarios here on Crow. It's just kind of consolidating from this high. You've got a nice red box here from highs, resistance, support, a lot of wicks. Could we be on the formation of a reversal pattern? I really like that we've swept here this low over here. We created a swing failure pattern, and we could be on the formation of a diamond reversal pattern right over here. I like the big wick that we have in the middle, so we could be on the formation of a reversal pattern here. We could get one more dump. I would be very much interested on that drop here to form this diamond pattern, in my opinion, right? Just a bit of speculation right over there that we could be forming a higher low. This structure really looks like it's a reversal structure. And the main reason why is because you have broken the last lower high from this downtrend with this move up that we've had a few days ago. So it does look good for Crow to actually continue this diamond reversal pattern formation. In my opinion, it looks pretty good for a reversal here in the next coming weeks. So yeah, that leg down is going to be interesting. I would speculate that it could come all the way down to the 7/8 Fibonacci from this pivot low. Looking at the lower time frames, it does look pretty interesting. So without a doubt, I do see it back testing this pivot low that we had from July. It's going to be a very interesting zone for Crow to come down to this level. And that is the level of interest, in my opinion, where it could actually maintain our support and get the bounce. Okay, you're back testing this level. You have broken the market structure. You got this high, lower low, higher high, you're looking for a higher low here on CRO in between the 7.5 and the 8 cent level. So if it does get that leg down, I would be very much interested in looking for a bounce here on CRO. It does look pretty good. You could be on the formation of a reversal pattern in the next coming weeks, right? This is the 4-hourly time frame, so you do have till end of September. It's probably going to be boring, but it does look like that it's ready for a reversal. The more you consolidate here, the better. That means that the selling pressure is getting exhausted. You're forming the reversal pattern and you break out here, potentially entering into October, late September, entering into October. So BTC to zero now. Oh, why? Big volatility, big manipulation. My goodness, what a big fat mess. What a big fat mess. Pump in dump, dump in pump. No clear structure. Market maker games, right? Bitcoin to zero now. Hey, chill. Bitcoin to zero. I wouldn't say to zero. Come on. We just had a bit of a pump and dump. So yeah. Check FET. What is FET? FET. Bulls stay strong. Absolutely, guys. This is probably just a quick liquidity grab. What's happened with the CVD. Yeah, a big pump and dump here as we had the stock market open. FET. What is FET? Let's take a look at FET here on the chart here for somebody in the comment section, guys. Right away. Fetch AI. Big retracement here. It's trying to hold this basic level of resistance as support, right? Just keeping it simple. Big pump and dump. I don't really like to take a look at altcoins for technical analysis. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane when you take a look at altcoins. They're just a big fat ride. There's really, TA is very complex for altcoins. They need to be high cap coins, because if not, it's just a big massive rally and it's just a slow death till it actually bottoms out and it then pumps again. You know, there's no secret to it, right? It's just there's really no analysis to be done at the moment. This resistance is flipping slightly into support the last few days. The more we consolidate here in this range in the coming weeks, then the more bullish it's going to be. It's just going to be a big accumulation zone and you're just going to get the pop at some point, right? Just very similar to this. Very similar to this. Dropping, you're finding support, you're consolidating for several weeks, then you know the deal. What happens when you consolidate sideways for several weeks? You're highly likely going to get the reversal because the selling pressure is exhausted. So this is, you know, it's very soon still to say, but this could be the level where you get that sideways momentum for several weeks. Until we do not get that, yeah, this is maybe going to continue slightly lower. So sideways momentum for several weeks, guys. It's going to be game on for this one to get the reversal, just like what happened right over here, right? Just like what happened right over here. You need that sideways momentum to verify that the selling pressure is finished. You need that. You know, this is not going to V-shaped recovery, unlikely to happen. Once you get those sideways momentum where the token looks dead, then that is the moment that you know that the selling pressure has gotten exhausted. You're entering an accumulation phase and the price is going to pop. So it's just the easiest way to accumulate is when you're going sideways after a major drop, right? So that's my take right over there on this token, Fetch AI. I'm not sure if it's bullish or not. These red candles are actually good, says Shiva. It means the sell orders are being absorbed. Yeah, there's a boom. I mean, look, absolute insanity here with the CVD. There's big bullish CVD divergence right now forming on Bybit. So you're getting a lot of selling, a lot of people trying to push the price down. There is people. It's a complete battle here going on, guys. To be honest, it's the bears and the bulls are just fighting here, but like crazy. Incredible amount of shorts entering, incredible amount of longs entering as well. They're just fighting And I do think that the bulls have a little bit of more priority as this high has been taken, to be honest. That's my personal opinion on this range. But yeah, let's see what happens. Volatility, crazy volatility the last few minutes. Big pump and dump. Take profits, y'all, says MK1 Alexander. If you did long, right, or if you did short. Very, very disturbing, right, on Bitcoin. Big volatile move. $1,000 pump, $1,000 dump in a matter of minutes. It's been quite cool to see. I would say if any of the legends still in that long position, I would say, you know, your invalidation for the bulls is there, right? Stay cool, stay patient. 2 hours, Andy, love you. It's been over 2 hours now. I'm going to wrap it up. I need to go and do some CrossFit, guys. I haven't done my exercise today, so I need to go and do some exercise. The local range, guys, let's see what happens, right? We got a scenario for the bears. The bears do have that possibility. You know, it does decrease probabilities just because we hit the 618, just because we do have this ABCDE. But it could, I mean, it could happen. It could happen. It's not really invalidated. It's not invalidated, but it does decrease the probabilities, in my opinion, taking this high. But they do have the chance still. Let's, you know, not going to be honest here. It's not a. They do have a chance on that ABCDE. I think the bulls have a little bit more priority at the moment as this high has been taken and the 618 has been taken here. So this looking at a a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't look too good, but they still have the chance because of this being an ABCDE corrective move and you're pushing down. The levels that we want to hold for the bulls is this low over here, the daily. If this level is smashed, we got this low obviously at 57,800 where we have a daily also over here. I'm going to be waiting for a little bit of a range. I'm not going to be catching any falling knives. If the price pumps very aggressively, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. You got these you got this one without a doubt for a quick swing failure pattern. This lower high right there. For a scalp short, I would say it's an acceptable scalp short. Just for a scalp, I wouldn't go too crazy. Only if it SFPs from that high, hitting the 0.88 Fibonacci. I think it's, yeah, without a doubt, a possibility that if the price does manage to climb up here, you're probably going to get a quick sweep liquidity grab and a quick rejection at that level of a few $100s. It would be an aggressive scalp short, you know, with invalidation at the high. That's if you do get this swing failure pattern, of course. Legends, thank you very much for joining the stream. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We just provide pure educational content, technical analysis, trading setups, ideas, good risk management. Thank you very much for joining. Make sure to check out the Legends trading community where we provide daily updates. And if you want the best bonus on the exchanges, of course, you have my favorite ones, Bybit, 𝗬𝗫, and Bluffing, which is a no KYC platform, proof of reserves, one of the most legit no KYC exchanges out there. Check it out, guys. You get exclusive bonuses down below with the links. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.